Baby Bump Tuesday. This is week 22. And for those of you that know, we are 5 months now at 22. How I feel. My body wasn't doing too much changes in the past video, so I really didn't talk about it. But I've noticed a lot of changes happening now because I'm getting larger. I find it kind of a bit harder to move around, bend down. If I bend down, I kind of have to do it like in a squatting position where I give my stomach enough space to be between my legs. Or like if I want to put my shoes on, I gotta sit down for that. Before I used to just be able to bend over and put them on. So it's getting a little bit more annoying in a sense to bend and move around. I also find it that if I lay down for a while in the same position and I'm getting up, that I kind of need to give my body time to adjust to the fact that I just got up. So I'll just sit there and kind of wait for everything to feel normal again before I start to walk. If I go and walk right away, I might feel like a shooting pain somewhere in my stomach. I don't know if it's because it's pulling something, or I don't know, maybe from laying down, gravity does its thing and it tends to hurt a little. And I also noticed that I cannot, the way I'm sitting up right now is good because I'm sitting up high. Like if I end up having to like do something where I'm down like this, it starts to hurt the tummy and squish it. So like if I'm watching TV or if I have to sit for a long time, I usually find it better to sit like on an angle kind of back where you're letting your belly kind of do its thing. So that's kind of what I'm noticing now. It's been a week, maybe 2 weeks that it's been happening more and more. This may not be the case for everybody. I don't know if everyone will experience the same thing I'm experiencing, but I think I am experiencing it because the baby sits really low. She looks like she's sitting high. Everyone says, oh, you look like you're carrying high, but in reality she's actually pretty low and she does all the kicking down there too. So that's why bending down seems to be so difficult, because right away it gets in the way of the baby. And normally lunges are supposed to be a safe exercise for pregnant women, and there's a couple other exercises out there that I can't do because the lunges kind of interfere with that spot as well. So I avoid those. So I think it's just because she just sits really, really low. What's new with the baby? Right now the baby's almost a foot long, so she's 11 inches and she's almost a pound. And she's starting to look like a newborn, so a baby miniature newborn. So no more alien, welcome human. That kind of makes me happy. I don't like how the pictures look, where they look kind of alien and strange. So it's kind of cute that now she's starting to look like a miniature newborn. For this video, I wanted to take time to answer a couple questions, so it's going to be a Q&A. There's 3 questions I wanted to cover because I thought they were pretty important, and I've been asked a couple times, so that way I don't repeat myself. I get to put it in a video. So the first one I was asked, sometimes when I roll over, I feel this ripping sensation in my abdomen. Is this normal? This is called round ligament pain, and it is normal. I'm starting to feel it now again, but I only felt it kind of in the beginning when I was first starting to see any change in my stomach at all. So I would get like shooting pains if I would move too fast or if I turned too fast, but I would really get it when I would cough and sneeze, which I always thought was really weird because I'd be so scared to cough and sneeze because of it. So it is normal, and I almost like forgot that it even happened until I was asked, and then lately it's been starting again. But you do forget about some of these pains or some of these symptoms that you go through. So don't worry. I mean, in the beginning it was kind of bad, and I was kind of worried that there was something wrong down there. But it's really nothing. It's just because your uterus is expanding and it's stretching and your muscles are stretching, so it's it's a little uncomfortable, but it does go away. It just might come back again, like for me, but it didn't come back as bad as it was the first time, so that's good. The second question was, what kind of skin changes can I expect to experience during pregnancy? There are quite a few. There's freckles, moles, dark pigments, usually under the armpits, your inner thighs, your nipples will darken, and then some people will get the line on their stomach. This doesn't mean it's going to happen for everyone. For instance, I didn't get the line on my stomach. You should start seeing it around 14 weeks. So you may not get it. I didn't really see the dark patches, but I did, however, get the freckles and moles, especially moles. I started to notice that I got a lot of them around my chest and on my stomach and on my back. So I've noticed that, and before I didn't even know that it was a normal part of pregnancy. I knew about the dark patches, but not that. And my husband would keep pointing them out, like, oh, you have another one. And they weren't small, like some of them are pretty big, so it was like, whoa, when did that happen? It kind of came overnight. So expect to see a couple changes in your skin. They say usually that it does go away after the pregnancy, so I mean, just hang in there. I don't think it can get too severe, although I heard the darkness, like the dark patches, are a bit more severe on women of color, so that might be a thing for you to, I mean, it sucks, but I think moisturizing might help and it might not look as bad, so I would give that a try. And also, now that I'm 22 weeks, 5 months, I've noticed my stomach is growing weekly. It's like getting huge. People are starting to notice too. So I just wanted to take time to remind everyone that if you're not moisturizing, this would be a really good time to start, because I do feel a bit itchy at times or dry. And I keep cocoa butter extra in my bag just in case I feel a little too uncomfortable at times. So definitely make sure you're doing it now if you haven't been doing it before, because I think it's really important. And then the last question was that this girl feels a bit dizzy lately. Is it a normal part of pregnancy? Dizziness is normal, but rest assured it does go away. You won't feel it the whole pregnancy. At least most people won't feel it the whole pregnancy. It's usually just a first trimester type of symptom. And what happens, the only time that I would get dizzy or feel like I'm about to faint is if I've waited too long to eat or I got up too fast. If I waited too long to eat, I really couldn't do much. I would have to kind of, like, I'd start walking and I'd feel like I'm going to black out, so I would just sit wherever I was just to make sure that I didn't fall and hurt myself. But usually I would stop cooking or stop doing whatever I'm doing, and my husband would come and take over because I just couldn't complete the task. It would start with getting dizzy, then sweaty, and then eventually I would feel like maybe I have to throw up. I would get nauseous, and then it would go away. So it would take about 10-15 minutes for it to pass, and then of course if I ate, I felt so much better. So to kind of prevent this, I would suggest keeping snacks on you. Make sure that you're not too hungry, and get up slowly. Those are the main reasons you'll feel it. And I think it also says that your brain is not able to process as fast what's happening with your body. So sometimes you may not even be hungry. Maybe it's just that that day your body's just going through so much and that's why you feel it. But just listen to your body. You'll know if it's from hunger and you'll know if it's from something else. So those were the 3 questions. If anyone else does have more questions that you really want answered, you can go ahead and comment below on the video. If I see enough people asking the same question, I'll go ahead and do a video just like this one and answer those questions for you. And if you have anything to say about any of the questions that we discussed today, go ahead, put your comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And until next Baby Bump Tuesday, stay beautiful. Bye!